Yo, what is good, YouTube? This is Sinumatic, and today I'm doing a dual comm with my boy Wak4863, and we're doing this over Mortal Kombat. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? It's Wak4863. Happy to be in the house.
We both just went and picked up Mortal Kombat and jumped on and played a few games. And I don't know shit about it. I haven't played since Mortal Kombat 5, but I get lucky in a couple of these games and give it to him a little bit. But just so you guys know, at the end, he does get a fatality on me, so be sure to stay and watch that. But anything you want to talk about the game in general?
Yeah, this game, man, I'm addicted to this game already, but I find this game a little bit distracting at times when you're playing against some female characters, and I mean, the graphics are amazing, and as a guy, you can just sit there and just like fall into a trance watching some of these moves and stuff, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I noticed too, it looks like they went back to... I didn't notice. I know a while back, like I think 5 or 6 or somewhere in there, they made it where you could like sidestep and all that stuff. I didn't notice that you could do that anymore. Did they make this 2D again for the most part, it looks like?
No, you can't sidestep. It is 2D, but you can like change your stance in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And see, I didn't like that about it. I didn't like when you could move side to side because I thought it made the game way more complicated than it needed to be. I mean, I think a lot of these games mess up in that they try to get too complicated to keep up with the times, and really just playing the few games that we just played, I feel like it took me back to Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3 days, but with like a billion times better graphics.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Sorry, I'm just gonna jump in here, but I gotta agree with you. I would say, like, for anybody thinking about going out and buying this game, wondering if they should spend the money, if you remember Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3, I mean, ever since then, Mortal Kombat's been experimenting with all this different stuff that made it not Mortal Kombat. This game is Mortal Kombat again. It's what you expect from Mortal Kombat, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I noticed they did put in some extra stuff, though, like those, are they called breakers, I think is what they're called?
Yeah, they got the little addition of test your luck and test your might, sight, and strike, I think is what it is.
Right, but just for anybody who's just gonna pick up the game, like, and hasn't got to play it yet, those little bars down there on the screen, when those fill up, if you hit the L1, L2 buttons, you get to do a nice little, like, I guess you could say cinematic move or whatever. Right now, I mean, Wack can't see the screen, but right now I'm playing against him with Cyrax, and he was like, how do you know all these moves? That's another good thing about the game. They kept the moves basically the same. You know, like the old school moves, like you back, high punch, and or whatever, low punch, whichever one it is, and that kind of stuff. I don't know, like I had fun playing it, and I thought I was gonna be disappointed. I thought I was gonna spend $60 and then only, you know, play a couple games. But now, after playing you earlier, like I want to get back on right after this commentary and play again.
Hell yeah, I'm down. And guys, I know Sinumatic said at the beginning of this that he got lucky and beat me the first 2 rounds. He laid it on me. Now, I was playing with a character that I didn't know the moves, okay? My favorite characters of all time are Liu Kang and Scorpion, okay? All-time favorites. But I am a God of War, Kratos fanatic. Anybody that's watched my videos and seen anything live that I do, you guys know that. So I was playing with Kratos, which is hella cool, but I don't know his moves. But even at that, I still think he would have kicked my ass those first 2 rounds, man.
Yeah, and I still want to talk about the game some more, but we actually have this is a longer commentary, and there's one thing I wanted to touch on, especially to all my viewers. Like, I know I said something to you about it, Josh. Like, a lot of people say that Xbox dominates gaming, which, you know, in a sense it does. But one thing about PS3 that I've noticed is, and I don't know, you might be able to cut in here in a minute and let everybody know, this is the thing, like, both systems have exclusive games, and from what I've heard, PS3 has some really, really good exclusive games. Did you want to talk about any of those?
Well, they do. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Killzone fan. I'm really not. I just bought Killzone 2 like a month ago. I put it in the system once. I hate the game. Okay, and I hate the game simply because the controls suck. Halo. I played Halo. Halo's dope. But when it comes down to it, realistically, like the God of War, Drake's Uncharted is an amazing game. I can't wait for Drake's 3 to come out. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm not going to bash on either system. I mean, PlayStation's got Blu-ray, and you can't buy an HD DVD anywhere. Oh wait, I said I wasn't going to bash on any system. No, I think realistically, man, I would own 2 if I had the money. I'd own a PlayStation and an Xbox, and I would play the games that I wanted to on both. But I've been a PlayStation guy since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. I love the controller. I have issues with the Xbox controller, but I think they're definitely comparable to each other.
Well, what I was going to say is I feel like anybody who is going to be a serious gamer, if they can scrounge up the money, it's definitely worth it to have both. Now, I have the opposite problem than you. I can't use this little funny PlayStation 3 controller, and that's why I would not get one for the longest time. But I actually have an Xbox controller, or a controller that looks just like an Xbox controller for the PS3, so PS3 has actually made it a little bit easier. Another thing I noticed is my PS3 Turtle Beach headset also works on my Xbox and on my computer, which my Xbox Turtle Beach headset only works on the Xbox, and I think it works on the computer too. But basically, that's one thing I'm noticing about the PS3 is that it also has a lot of features that you can use on the Xbox, like when you buy the headsets and different things like that. And Xbox is more of an exclusive thing. And don't get me wrong, I love my Xbox. The main reason that I even bought this thing was because I could not play Black Ops on the Xbox for nothing. And I've been on the PS3, and I've had people say stuff like, well, that's because you're a low level and stuff like that. But, man, we've been getting in teams, and they even out the rankings. Like, they're putting us up against, 8th prestiges and stuff like that, too. And we're still just running game on them. Like, I don't know, like, you could say that PS3 players are more casual when it comes to Black Ops, but to me personally, like, I feel like my hit detection is so much better. And I know, I heard Wing say that it was complete opposite for him. I don't know if it's some kind of connection thing or what it is, but I don't know. I'm just want to advise all the people that I know, because I know a lot of my viewers are Xbox players. If you get the money, get both. There's plenty of games on the PS3 that are exclusive to it that I hear are very good. And I think we're almost 8 minutes into this recording, so we got a couple more minutes to go. So if you wanna touch on anything else on Mortal Kombat, I know there's 28 characters if you include the unlockables.
Right, yeah, there is, and we're hoping, at least I'm hoping to see maybe some downloadable content and stuff. I mean, maybe some new characters that you can only get if you download them or something like that. So we'll see if they decide to do that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Right. I was also going to say, for all my viewers, because this is going to be on both of our pages, Josh just put out a video today. He went to GameStop last night and actually got some crazy-ass people to simulate some Mortal Kombat for you guys in the parking lot at GameStop. You might want to check that out. I thought it was pretty funny, actually, so...
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it, and realistically, when I went down there, I was kind of wondering whether I was going to leave with anything, whether it'd be a wasted trip or not. But both the guys that did the video were amazing. They were both troopers, and you can watch the one guy. He actually came to GameStop in his pajamas with flip flops on, and he actually takes his flip flops off. It's 42 degrees. And it had just finished raining, so the ground's all wet. We're on pavement, and he's just doing all these moves. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, I seen it, and I thought it was hilarious, actually. Like, to get people to actually do that in the parking lot. And I know there had to have been people out there. Like, you didn't get a crowd or anything, but I'm sure, because I seen you were in the parking lot, there had to have been at least 40, 50 people over by the doors watching this shit.
Yeah, when we filmed it, everybody was kind of lining up in GameStop to get their copy, and so it was real hard. I mean, everybody, it's late, they wanted to go home, so everybody just kind of peeked out the window and watched from a distance. And GameStop was cool. They wouldn't let me film anything inside, which kind of sucked because I was kind of hoping to get like original interviews of me asking people, if they would do it and catch some reactions, But the video came out all right, I think, and definitely want to thank those guys for hooking me up with some epic content.
All right, we're coming towards the end of this video. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and make sure you guys watch. He's getting ready to do a fatality here in just a minute. I just want to say peace, everybody, and go check out his page. I'll put the link in the description.
Right on. Thanks again, Sin, man, for having me on. Peace.
Scorpion wins. Fatality.